say you don't have an intro.
It's all right. I don't mind being the invisible one.
It's all right. Lolli Wren, the fairy voice mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She we done her cover of Hurt, and it was incredible. I would have never thought I would say that a third person made this on their own and did a good job at it. I can say that all day, but I meant it.
Yeah.
I try to say things I don't mean. I try not to be rude either. Us reactors, we have a hard job, and it's not that easy being objective all the time. And I was trying to think of what to call Lolli, because I was like, this is that's our boss or our elder, and no. He said peer, is like top tier peer. So yeah. So we're climbing those shelves as we speak. We're on shelves.
Lolli was kind enough to comment on our last video, which gratefully appreciated. Lolli, if you want to give us some context on this song, we'd actually love to hear it if you check this out. So we're going to be reacting to All Mine. This is going to be a suggestion, from channel supporter LostHate. He's a patron, channel member. He's always helping with the channel. He's done a lot. He's he's a huge metal fan. But this is from Lolli's new album, To Build a Sea. Obviously, she's got a great reaction channel, but she's branching out, doing music of her own. The album's thematic core revolves around the struggle to confront the demons of the past while seeking a positive path forward. And this song, All Mine, is apparently one of the centerpieces of the album. So it's going to be great to react to it, because Lolli's pretty amazing.
I read my palms, tales of danger, darkened alleys, heavy full of strangers. The grooves on my arms, the screams I bottled up for when I might feel strong enough to open them. A time I could let go. The dark crept out of to live in me. A wide awake, reoccurring dream. When it takes hold, I feel a tight yet familiar grip. Not a blessing or a sign, but it's all mine, all mine. Our forest hide among the trees. Ooh. Our days are shadowed by the night. Sorry, that was vocalization of some type. All thoughts evolving into things, emerging truth among the lies. I like it. That's a stink face. It's trying to be. Watch me break the cycle of a broken home. There's no grudge or burden left. I let them go. Let go. The dark crept out to live in me, wide awake, reoccurring dream. When it takes hold, I feel a tight yet familiar grip. Not a blessing or a sign, but it's all mine. Dare to live in me. I think that was all, man. That damn place we had to go, them ad blocker popper things, they was popping up every damn where. I was running from them and shit.
Yeah, 20 seconds in, you're assaulted by pop-ups. They dogpile on you.
It was terrible. So, yeah. They did. They actually
If anyone knows where we can find the lyrics in a less hostile environment, let us know.
Alright, let's jump into the reaction.
Heck yeah.
Alright, All Mine, Lolli Wren. I agree.
So right off the bat, she's using a very light touch with her vocals on that. I always appreciate the fact she's obviously got the training and the technique and the power to, blast out right from the beginning. But she also is smart enough to know that, let's let things build. And I think for a song like this, the approach she's using is a good one. There's a lot of air in her sound as well. So it's very light, very breathy. So yeah, it kind of feels there's a little bit of apprehension in the sound, a bit of fear and uncertainty, but there's a quiet strength underneath it as well. I like the combination of sound like a bass and clean guitar sort of working together to create that sound in the beginning, and her vocals are just sort of floating on top of that. I also appreciate the fact that she could very easily do like all vocal arrangements and things like that, but she's actually composing with instruments, drums, bass, your standard rock setup. I don't know what else what other instruments she plays, and I don't know if she personally wrote all of these on her own. So if anyone knows, or Lolli, if you watch, Miss Wren, if you watch, let us know. Is this composition all yours? I guess is what I'm asking. But really liking it so far. You can feel the emotion, and it sort of it pulls you in to sort of this world that she's inhabiting.
All right, so it's great because you touched on all the things that I wasn't thinking about. I mean, I wasn't going to touch on my little file cabinet in my head, my very small file cabinet with holes in it. But to me, the imagery is perfect. It's talking about your dreams and keeping things bottled up and tied to your darkened alleys and your that are full of strangers, and the read your palms, just trying to tell what's going to happen tomorrow, or worried about the future, and the I don't say bondage, but the bond there that's keeping her bonded to her bed. I guess it is bondage, but is a great representation of that, of your dreams being seeming real, or like you're locked within them, or locked in your head even. And I appreciate the yodel aspect, or the whatever that is vocally. Miss Wren sounds Lolli. That's your name on here. So Greg's overly nice. I'm just overly me. But I mean no disrespect. So I grew up on the older country music, the Johnny Cashes, if you will, Hank Williams Jr.'s, Waylon Jennings. And of course, the originator of all music pretty much was Hank Williams in 1952. He was the first one to sing anything other than like religious music on mainstream radio. And he was the first one to put the yodel, if you will, into English words and make them a thing. And that was a staple throughout the country music. And this seems like a mixture. It seems a little bit like folk music, like country music to me. I even hear it in the music. And the drums, I have to think this is not a plug-in or an effect. I have to think those are real drums, because man, those kick drums sound really good, and they're tuned well. I enjoy the tone. You can tune drums. I learned that from Andrew Rooney. Shout out, another creator, a friend of ours. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that right now. That's all I have to say about that right now. That tried to rush out of my mouth. And the lyrics, I think, were right here. I love how it dropped out too, and let the atmospheric in. As it's talking about, it crept out to live in me. Yeah, that's great. I didn't even see it. Are flutes, are they all called woodwinds?
Yeah,
Even
flute
if
is
it's not
definitely a
wood?
woodwind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
When I might feel strong enough to open them, a time I could let go.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, I said stage fright, but it may be about breaking loose from ridicule from the ones that love you the most. I'll leave it at that. And things that go on at home, whether that be people that live in your home or when you're at home or whatever. And that can make you seem, to yourself even, maybe introverted or shy, even maybe when you're not. Maybe you've just been programmed through abusive or downgrading talk to feel that way about yourself. You may not have been, it might have been different if it wasn't for that. So, and maybe with a lot of people, goes along with mental health. We just don't know enough about it yet. But I love the breaking free, and that chorus line was like new age and like 80s ballad all at the same time. Like, I don't know, that's a terrible description, but like a floating sensation, like ascending,
yeah.
like under the wings of a dove.
The feeling I get is sometimes like a balloon tied to an anchor, because there are some times when it's floating, and there are some times like the drums are used really well for this, where it feels very weighty and very yeah. She's really good at sort of, I guess, hybridizing her influences, just pulling from everything that she's heard and creating a unique and distinctive sound. So I mean, she's done that as a reactor, and she's doing that as a artist now. So major thumbs up. I like the additional weight she put behind her voice on the second verse. It looked like she doubled it. So sometimes maybe, when you're in situations like this, there's a second voice in your head that's either, sometimes it's reassuring you, sometimes it's trying to cut you down. But it's, I guess no, go ahead.
Sorry, our forest hide among the trees. That to me again could be people create the forests that blind you from whatever's on the other side. People create barriers within yourself, your confidence, your will, your ambition, your will and wonder, your intuition, your opportunities left behind. Okay, I'm quoting Tool now. I'll stop. Break the cycle. Now I'm quoting Stained. Yeah, so I mean, there is no such thing as a chord that ain't been played, or a note that ain't been sang, or a lyric that hasn't been written down. All musicians steal from each other. We always have. So,
It's a.
but when you make things your own, then it's not stealing anymore.
I do think, I'm paraphrasing some of what you said, so I'm stealing from you now, just to illustrate this. But it does seem like this is someone who has been told a lot of things and has had a lot of bad experiences with people that have led them to be sort of anxious around people, or you just have issues with trust. Cycle of a broken home is referenced here. But once you're saying, when it takes hold, I feel a tight yet familiar grip, not a blessing or a sign, but it's all mine. That's essentially her taking ownership of this. Like, no matter what these people do, she's the one that decides her course of action. She's the one that can, decide whether, how to respond, whether to hold on to it or to let it go. And, there's some empowerment to be found in that. That is the floating away as opposed to the weighing down of the anchor.
Are you gonna spiral out, or you mean go down by the undertow? Yeah, and the all thoughts evolving into things, like manifest your thoughts. I mean, everything in this world was a thought before it was ever something.
Yes.
And so if your thoughts evolve into barriers within your own mind, if thoughts in your mind, there you go, the rabbit hole or a paradox, emerging truth among the lies. So these things that are created by the thoughts, once they're created, you don't realize if they came from truth or lies. So the old cliche of you are your own worst enemy.
Yes.
Influences can dictate that, but it still comes down to it's all yours. It's all mine. I don't know.
And when you begin to think for yourself, then you can start to separate the truth from the lies.
Yes, sir. It's a great shot right there.
Not a blessing or a sign, but it's all mine. All mine. Our forests hide among the trees. Our days are shadowed by the night. Our thoughts evolving into things, emerging truth among the lies. Watch me break the cycle of a broken home. There's no grudge or burden left. I let them go. Let go. The dark crept out to live in me. A wide awake, recurring dream. When it takes hold, I feel a tight yet familiar grip. Not a blessing or a sign, but it's all There's no when or when or how, I don't know why. Such a weak and weird, so credentialized. Since this black hole in me swallowed all my pride, I don't have much left, but now it's
Yeah, that's powerful right there. That build was great because it was, you were supposed to know when that was going to release. You know, she wasn't trying to mask it with a time signature or an accent or something. It was it was a build and it released like it.
Yeah, it was. She made you wait for it and then delivered as promised.
That's a terrible reference, but like, you know, when you got a cold and it finally lets you blow it all out, you know. Like,
But a good version of that, you know.
I just went through a cold too, so I still got it really. Imagery's great. The mannerisms are great, and there were more words, obviously, because we didn't have that. So much gremlins attacked us, man. I'm telling you. Told me I had a big virus in my phone and shit, so I had to leave. Good job, Ollie. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by Lolli as an artist. I always thought she was a very unique and fun and knowledgeable reactor. But yes, she's bringing all of that knowledge to bear here on this album. So, guess I'm gonna have to rub a couple nickels together and buy this thing. You know, reactors stick together. But I did love the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just appreciate your goofiness because I struggle with that too much sometimes. I'm too serious. I don't believe we should mask and be puppets here. We are reactors and should be very genuine. And sadly, some people are not. But I'll keep that to myself. My feelings beneath, like Lane Steady said. So yeah, good job. Be goofy. Be yourself. Sorry, Greg.
That's I don't. That reminds me of a quote, and I'm trying to think of who it was that said it. It may have been Jordan Peterson, who basically said, "Just be yourself to the best of your ability, because if you don't, you're depriving the world of that. If you try to be something that you're not, you're depriving the world of the best of yourself." Wally's obviously, being very gracious with giving us this side of her art, and we're grateful. Thank you, Wally. I loved the last chorus, I guess, that she was singing, where she wasn't in full on power belt. It was a release, but it still felt restrained. So it felt like a voice that wanted to be released and was being released for the first time, but was still somewhat cautious. So I like that subtle attention to detail there, because it felt soaring, but still, there was a little bit of that. I don't want to say fear, but it was fear that was converted into caution, into a awareness. So yeah, it's just a very good. We talk mental health a lot on the channel, and this song was a very good sort of journey as to how to deal with an aspect of mental health, sort of the internalized demons that come when you're treated poorly, when other people don't understand you, when you bear the weight for the ignorance of others, and you have to find your way out. So Lolli definitely showed us how it's done. So thank you.
So the end of that one more time.
I like the symbolism of the ropes being burned, the bonds being destroyed.
Right. Severed by fire, son, damn it. Man, don't do that, Lolli. What the hell? What the shit in hell? Oh, sorry, the lights have it. Oh. Ah!
We can only hope that the song following that on the album starts with a flute.
Mess me up, man. So we'll put the link for the original video in the description, of course, into her channel, which is the music channel, and she has I think she has 3 channels actually, but we'll put the fairy voice mother and the music channel, Lolli Wren.
Yeah.
Lolli Wren. And yeah, it's a deep song, and it was well done. And I know this is a long reaction, but we're reactors reacting to a reactor singing.
Yeah, and it's a very deep, well-arranged song, so it deserves a lot of discussion.
It does, and I know anybody in her community watching it is going to appreciate that, because yeah, let's just say, I like someone who takes the time. I mean, it takes a long time to produce and write and put a song out. So a 5-minute song, 8-minute reaction, just I don't know, man, it's just not my thing. But
It just
anyway,
feels lacking. Also, big thumbs up to Lolli for being able to put this album together while still keeping up the output on her reaction channel. So, fine multitasking there.
and the charismatic voice, Liz Vajarov, our godmother is God, means Kurt's my stepdad or something. I mean, not my godfather. Anyway, she's
That's
gonna
getting
be
weird.
reacting to Lolli Wren soon, right?
Yeah.
Maybe next week or 2 weeks. I know it's coming up soon, so
Possible collaboration, that would be kind of cool too.
yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure that'll happen.
yeah. Of course, he's got a lot going on too, so.
Yep. All right, much love, everybody. Mental health
Yep.
is real. Thank you for everyone who commented on the last video of Lolli Wren's gang, or whatever you want to call yourselves. The Wren
And if you
Church.
like her reactions, support her music. I think, yeah, she's definitely got she's a multi-talented lady. And she seems super cool too, so.
And give LostHate hell.
Yes, thank you, LostHate. This was
Yes, sir.
awesome. Another great suggestion.
You are the man. You know it. All right, we're out of here. 29 minutes. That's about
Old
10,000
school.
days. Shameless tool plug. What's up?